Right. Hi everybody. This is Helen, your Stampin' Up demonstrator from Bell Block in New Zealand. I'm just checking this on my iPad, make sure it's coming through okay. That looks fine. Perfect. Right, so sorry about last week. I went away with the girls down to Wellington, took them to, well, the World of Wearable Arts on Thursday, and I forgot about putting a post up to say that I wasn't going to be here live. So really sorry for anyone that came along to see me. I wasn't here. But anyway, I'm here today and I'm sure we will have a great time catching up and making a card. Right, so I've brought out this beautiful paper here. So this is the Floral Charm 12 by 12 DSP. It's on online exclusives. It is beautiful, and I picked out this paper here because I just love that, love the colours in it, and I have matched it up with Bubble Bath. So I've got Bubble Bath for my base, I've got some white to go with it, and I think that's all I'm going to need. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut some of this, and I may need some extra. I'm just trying to decide what I'm going to do for a contrast. I might just keep that out as well. So I'll put these pieces aside, and I might cut my DSP. Now my piece of Bubble Bath is 10.5 centimetres by the length, so that's half a sheet of A4 cardstock. So that's what the base is, okay? So I'll put that up there. Now I will bring my trimmer in, and I need to do some cutting. So for this piece of DSP, I need this at 10 centimetres. So we'll cut that along there by 25 centimetres. So I'll just pull the leg of my trimmer out by 25 centimetres. And I'm going to cut that. And then I also need a piece of DSP. I'm just trying to work out whether to use that or not. I think that might work. So this piece needs to be 4.5 centimetres. So 4.5 is there by 9.5. So sometimes the back of the DSP works for what you need, but sometimes you do have to change it. So I'm just going to see how that looks when I put that together. What else do I need to do? Now, something else I need to do. I have a piece of 10 by 10 centimetres in white here. And what I'm going to do on that, I want to create a little bit of interest on this piece of white. So I'm just going to put this in at 1 centimetre, just there. And I'm just going to score at 1 centimetre. I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to score at 1 centimetre. And then I'm going to turn it again and score it again at 1 centimetre, and then turn it again and score it at 1 centimetre again. Right. Hi Maureen, how are you? Nice to see you there, and nice to see Joyce there as well. So what I'm doing is I'm just scoring it to create that little bit of interest around the edge. Now you may not see that on the white, but it just leaves a little border around my piece. Okay, now I need to do some scoring on this long piece next. So I'm going to score that at 7.5 centimetres. Now just remember, when you are scoring DSP, don't press as hard as you do with your cardstock. So 7.5, then I'm going to score it at 10 centimetres. Then I'm going to score it at 12.5 centimetres, then 15 centimetres, then 17.5 centimetres, then 20 centimetres, and then 22.5 centimetres, which is just there. Right, so I'll put that aside. I'm just getting all my little pieces together. I think that's all I need at this stage. So I'll put my trimmer aside as well. Okay, oh, this piece here, actually, I might score that too. So this one here is 10 centimetres by 10 centimetres as well. And I'm just going to score that at 5 centimetres. I'll do that one as well. There we go. Right, now I'm going to do some stamping. I have brought in the Charming Day stamp set. So this is a bundle, which is an online exclusive. Beautiful stamp set. Love these images. They're great colour. Really nice font for the words as well. So I'm going to take this one out, and I will grab that, and I might, just wondering if I want this or the other one. Let's have a look. I'll see what this one looks like. That might work. Okay, so I will grab my Memento ink, and I'm going to ink this up. So I just want it well and truly inked up so I get a great image when I stamp it. And I'm going to stamp that on there like so. So this is just a scrap piece of paper. So isn't it cute? It's gorgeous. And then this is a smaller one. So let's see, I'm just folding this piece in half. Use my bone folder. And I'll just see if I can get, will that work? It will. Yep. I might put that onto there. So I'm just going to ink this other image up as well. And I'm just going to stamp that on there like that. Right, so I will put these stamps aside now, and I'll bring in some blends. So I think I'm just going to start with the light bubble bath, and I'm just going to colour all over the petals of that flower, and I'm going to colour these petals as well. My poor blends, they get a little bit of a hard time. I use them a lot in classes, but I love blends. Blends are great for colouring. They really are. So I'm just trying to get a bit of base colour of the light. And you can normally just colour with the side of your brush end, like that. Okay, then I'm going to bring in the dark bubble bath. So that will give us a little bit more contrast. So I'm just colouring from the inside of your petals to the outside. And I don't know if you can see this on the video or not, but it will give us a little bit of definition. And then just colour that middle in. Same with the middle here, and just a little bit out as you go. So you just like brush out towards the outside. So that's very cute. And then the same with this. So we're just going to brush it out, leaving some of the lighter colour on the edges. Right. Now I'm going to try, don't know how this will go. So this is Petunia Pop. I think that might work. So I'm just going to colour in the centre of the flower and just do a little bit of Petunia Pop just around the edge like that. And then if you bring your dark bubble bath back in with the brush end and just brush out, it will blend the Petunia Pop with that. And you may not see it yet until it dries, but it does blend those colours in. Right, so I'm just going to go with the fine end of this one on here as well. Just want to go near the edge of the petals, so you can just really follow along the detail. Sorry, I think it's the alcohol in the markers. Right, and just around there like that. So I'm just going around those petals just very quickly. I'm no artist, never ever thought I'd be an artist, so I'm just going to do that. And then you go over with the other end, the brush end's better end to blend, and just go over those edges. And it's not going to be till it dries that you'll see the colour blending. Okay, so just go over all the bits where you've put the Petunia Pop colour on, and that one as well. And where you're putting this dark bubble bath over the dark bubble bath. That will darken that a little bit as well. So you get that little bit of definition coming on your plant, on your flowers. Now, leaves. What am I going to do for the leaves? It's a bit hard because in this pattern, the leaves are a bit more like this green, but I think I'm just going to go with something like Mossy Meadow, light Mossy Meadow maybe. I think so. I'm just going to go for the traditional. Oh, this brush has been used quite a bit. Let's just do the other end. As I say, I use my blends in class all the time, so they don't quite get looked after like they would if I was using them just for myself. But I do love blends. Blends are great. They are my choice for colouring, just because you can just blend your colours so much easier. Now I'm just going to colour these as quick as I can while I'm talking to you, and then I will be able to cut this out because there is a die for it, and that would be nice to be able to cut that out. Now what else has been happening in Stampin' Up? We've got lots of things going on. We've got a beautiful new well, it's like an advent calendar. It's 12 days and 12 days of Stampin' Up amazing product. So the advent calendar is $209, but with it you get a stamp set, which is a great stamp set, and I'll be able to show you this when I finish my Facebook Live today, if I remember. So the stamp set's great. It's got some images and some words, and then each day you open one of the boxes, and in each box a product that can be used with the stamp set or used on its own. The product is not Christmas related, so it can be used on any projects, and you don't even have to wait till Christmas. You can get it now and just open up a day at a time and enjoy 12 days of feeling super special, or you could put away for Christmas as a Christmas advent calendar for yourself. So the products in there are products that we've never seen before. Okay, so it's all new products, which I think is amazing because, you know, it's always exciting to see what's in the next day, and I think you'll be very pleased with it all. So there you go. There's that one coloured in. I'll just quickly do these leaves on this piece, and then we're just going to do a few other things. I'll cut that flower out first of all, and then do a little bit of sponging, and then assemble the card that I'm making for you today. What else is happening? I've just put my class list out, so I've got a few classes this month, but I'm actually having a little bit of time off classes. I'm having the girls for 10 days while Amanda and Matt have a holiday in Bali, so that's going to be great for them. And so while I've got the girls, I decided I wasn't going to be rushing back to do classes. So I know that this colour's a bit different to the leaves on this paper, but I love it. I think that's really good. And I think I have got, that was Mossy Meadow, wasn't it? Old Olive. This is dark Mossy Meadow. So if you wanted to, oops. Oh, this is one of those ones that I need to put this back on. Right. You can just go with a darker colour. Oh no, that one's dried out now because it's been sitting on the shelf and someone had pulled the end off. Let's have a look. This is a olive, but we might be able to do this. So you can just use this and just add that into the veins of the leaves. So there we go. And that will just give a little bit more definition to those leaves as well. Okay, just like that. Now, I'll bring my little friend in. I love this little machine. It's so good for my Facebook Lives because it's just perfect. Now, here's my cutting plates, and I'll just find the die, which is here, and we'll cut this out. So I did think about doing these leaves like the peacock colour or something, but it's going to be sitting on with the white at the background, so I think it will be fine doing them this colour. So I'll just wind that through, and I think while we're doing that, Isn't that cute? I love it. Right, and I think while we're doing that, I might, that colour, I might just cut from the die. So this die comes in this set as well. And this one, I think. I just want to cut this out because I might use this as well. I've got a vision in my head of how I think I could make this work. So we'll see if it works out the way I think. Right. And I think that's all I need at the moment. So I'll put my little machine aside and that. And I'll just be 2 seconds. Grab Think Stella for later. Okay. So this is a beautiful leaf. Love this. It's so cute. Oh, don't even know where my pick me tool is gone. Somebody's used it in class yesterday. I just use my scissors, which I don't normally use, but rather than go and try to find it, look at this. Isn't that gorgeous? It's a gorgeous leaf. Right, so I'll put those dies back in their container so we don't lose them. Okay, what else do we need to do? I need to fold this card in half. So as I said to you, it's 10.5 by the length of the cardstock. So that is like half of an A4. Right, so that's that. And then on the front, just trying to think, do I put that? Oh, I had a, oh no, that's for something else. I've just realised that I need another piece of DSP. So I will grab my trimmer. Here we go. And I need a piece of DSP that is 10 by 4.5. So I'll just cut this piece, I think, 10 by 4.5. Right, that's that one. Move this aside again. Now, where's my little piece here? That's going to go there. That's going to go on there. Do I need that on there? Yeah, I think that would be fine. Right, so on the background here, I need to do a little bit of colouring. I just don't know if I want that colour. Let me think about that. Okay, so let's grab an ink pad, and I think I'm going to bring out the bubble bath, and we're just going to sponge with the brush, blending brush, just in the background like that. So as you see, just round, round, round. Yep, that might do, I think. Let's have a look. Yeah, just a little bit more maybe. Just go out to the edge a little bit further. Right, that will do with that. And now I will find, I think I'll do Mossy Meadow. And I'm just going to grab the Happy Birthday. So it's Happy Birthday from the Loveliest Tree. And I'll just stamp that down the bottom like that. So I think I'll just put that on first and see what I want to do with the rest of it. So it's quite interesting when you've got an idea in your head what you want to do, and then you've got to change things around a little bit. It's trying to make sure that the vision in your head ends up like you want it to end up. And sometimes you've got to change things as you go. Sometimes things work out perfect. Right. I'm just going to put that on there like that. Perfect. Now, I could just put this on here. Or do I put... I don't really want that on there. I don't know if I like the blue on there. Do we like the blue on there? I don't know. Where's my flowers? They're going to go on there like that. I don't know. Let me have a look. What else? What other colours did I have? Oh, I've got this colour. What's that look like? That might look better than the blue, I think. I just thought the green leaf is so pretty. I wanted to put the green leaf on. Or I could just put the green leaf directly onto there. That might look quite cute. I think we might just do that. That will show up that leaf better. I think if we put something like this on, we're going to lose the look of that cutout. So what I need to do now, before I put the leaf on, is I need to grab my ribbon. So I'm using this iridescent ribbon, which I love. It's beautiful. And I'm going to bring this from behind. So I normally attach ribbon behind a piece because it saves using lots and lots of ribbon. But with this one, we're going to do it like this today. So I'm just going to do it like that, and I'm just going to tie it in another knot. So put that through there like so, and grab that like that. There we go. And I will trim this off on an angle. Right, so I can now, just to make it sit where I want it to sit, I can put a glue dot underneath there. So, because I haven't got my pick me tool, must be over on that other table, I'll just use the end of my scissors. There you go, just sit that down like that. Now to put this up on here, yeah, I think that'll look fine. I'm going to pop this one up on here. So I'll use some dimensionals on that. So we'll just put a few dimensionals, just scatter them around. I've got a few people join now. Hi Lynette. Oh, Karen's there. Yeah, that's what I thought, Karen. You couldn't really see them on the blue, could you? Right. And Joyce, yes, I agree. I like the leaf on its own. Sometimes you can find a paper that has a nice backing that works really well, but because I didn't want to colour the leaves those colours, I wanted to colour them this colour. I think this works really good. Right, so I'm just going to put that one on there like that. And then this, I might find some small little dimensionals and put them on the leaves. So there, one there, because some of these leaves are large enough to fit a dimensional. Now another little hint, if you've got even these small dimensionals, sometimes you need like a half one. If you go up through the middle like that and cut through the middle of the dimensionals when they're all facing the same direction, you can then get little half ones, and they are great for these little leaves. Okay, so but always cut it when it's on the backing. Don't take your dimension off and try to cut it, because it makes life really difficult. Much easier to do it while it is still on the backing. Okay, right, and I've got a little one here that I've just pulled the back off, so I might as well use it. That can go down there. Right, I'll just take the backs off these. Can't believe I haven't got my pick me tool here. I think I used it. I've got some packs I'm just doing for class at the moment, so it's probably over on the other table. I did have two here at one stage. I don't know where the other one is either. Right, there we go. So I've got that, and we'll put that up here like that. Perfect. Right, so that's cute. So that's the front of my card. Now, the inside, what are we going to do with that? Okay, this is where the fun begins. So I've got this little piece that we had before, and I folded it in half, and this is my little flower here. And so I'm going to put this piece is going to go on here like that. Okay, so I'm going to put some tape on each side along the bottom. Oh, Jill's there. Hi, Jill. How are you? Right, there we go. So that is that part. Now, this one here, this is the one that we scored earlier on. So we're just going to go along all these little score lines, and we're going to zigzag all the way up to the first line there. And we're just going to use your bone folder to get a really good crease on these like that, okay? Now, this is the exciting part, when it all comes together. Move all my little bits and pieces aside. Now, we are going to put some tape on the back of here. So we'll do that first. And then I'm going to put that on here with just that little bit of a border all the way around. And then I'm going to put some tape on here. And then I'm going to close my card. Okay. Right. And then this piece, I'm going to put tape on here. That's the only thing with your blends, it does come through to the other side, but that's fine because we're not going to see that anyway. And then I'm going to put this on there like that. So there's our card. Okay, it's a beautiful birthday card. It's going to open up like this, showing off this beautiful DSP, and here's a little place here that you can write on. Okay, so that is my card for today. Something a little bit different. I have so many ladies say they've got lots of DSP. This is a good way of using a whole strip of DSP, because basically that's your whole strip. And so, you know, you'd get 3 cards out of a sheet doing it this way, because it's 10 centimeters at a time. Good way of using that up. And then I just want to use this beautiful die cut, because this set, wherever I'll put it now, here, it's got beautiful stamps and dies that cut them out, but you've also got these beautiful dies with all this detail that can be cut out as well. It's an amazing set. I love it, and I have really loved creating with it in my classes. It's been lots and lots of fun. So that is on the online exclusives. I'm just trying to work out how I had that sitting. I think I had it that way. There you go. So a great set that one is. Okay, so that is my card for today. I'll show you the card that I did in class with it. So this is the card that I made a few weeks ago in the pear class. So this was the pear card. So I seen that sitting on the thing, and I thought, oh, let's make one of those. But we'll do it with different colours. Now, the other thing I was going to show you is, I'll just grab it off here, the 12 Days of Christmas Advent Calendar. So it comes with this beautiful 12 Days of Crafting Advent Calendar stamp set. So you get your birthday wishes, big thanks, miss you, healing hugs, thinking of you, proud of you, love you, for someone extra special, always in my heart. And then you've got some little images. You've got your heart, you've got your flowers, your cupcakes, butterflies, all sorts of little things that you can use. Okay, so it's great. They come two lots of stamps, so they're larger than they are on the front, which is really good. So they're a really good size with the words. And then you get this little box, and I'll get the advent calendar out. Oops, now I've upset all my thing here. And it's gorgeous. It's really big. And it opens out like this. Okay, so you've got all your little compartments, and I'm not going to show you what's inside all of them, but I won't show you what's inside any of them, but they're really great. There's some amazing product, and as I say, product that we have never had before. So you yeah, really might want one of those. What did you use the other scored square for? The scored square is the piece on the front. So where's my card? So it's got the scoring around the edge of it, Joyce. So it just gives that little bit of detail. You probably can't pick it up on the camera here, but it looks really great in real life. Okay, so the only other thing I want to do to finish this card, now that I showed you that, I always grab the Wink of Stella and then I forget about it and put it on after we go off. But using the Wink of Stella on your roses is amazing. So Wink of Stella is another thing that I love to have in my crafting kit, because it adds so much to your card. And the other scored piece where I scored down the middle, that's this little card here, Joyce. So I'm not sure which one you were talking about, but that's what they're for. And I think what I'll do, I'm going to use these. So these are called the iridescent faceted gems. Now, if you can see those, they are stunning. They're really gorgeous. These are on the last chance list. They were $18 a pack. They're down to $10.80, and they're really stunning. So I'm just going to put one in there and one down in here. Oops, Now I stuck it on the ribbon instead of on the card. There we go. And maybe one over here. There you go. So I always like to do 3s, form a triangle. So that's how I will finish off that card. So that's our card for today. I hope you enjoyed seeing that. If you make a card like this with this fancy fold, please share it with me. Love to share it with everyone else. It's always nice to see what everyone comes up with. Yes, and tying the ribbon means you don't have any little pieces showing at the back. It just comes through and ties in the front like that. So a super cute little card with a little fancy fold showing off the DSP. So I hope you enjoyed that. Yeah, it was for the front. Yep, not a problem, Joyce. Any questions anyone ever has about the cards I make, please just ask. Sometimes when we do things, it doesn't always show up on camera. So sometimes you really, need to ask, and then I can show you what it's all about, or where we've put things. Okay, so that is me for today. If you want to know anything about the card I made, the product we've used, please contact me. If there's anything else I can help you with, please let me know as well. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming along and joining me today. I love doing my Facebook Lives, and I'm really sorry about last week, but I'm back. So I'm going to be having the girls for the next couple of weeks, so I may be doing my Facebook Lives at a different time, but the best thing about it is that you can always catch the replay later. Okay, so if I'm not here, I will be around at some stage to do one. Okay, so thanks for joining me. I hope you have a really good rest of the day, but that's me for today. So have a good day. Bye for now.